Okay. Right.
I heard this Fenty hair stuff was expensive.
Bro, you.
Oh
my God. In the cut, we be vibing.
Y'all, I miss y'all so much. It ain't even funny. Like, I honestly prefer YouTube over any social media, and at this point it's looking like let's just drop all the social medias and just like keep YouTube. I know some people would say otherwise. Actually, some people do not consider TikTok as social media, but for me it's YouTube. Like, you know, YouTube and Pinterest. Pinterest definitely, like when I be on a fast, I don't even consider Pinterest social media unless I'm really trying to get deep. You know what I mean? I'm already trying to get deep if I'm on a fast. I really don't consider Pinterest a social media platform, but YouTube I do, because like I be listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff, which if I'm on a fast, I don't want to be listening to nobody but God. You know what I mean? I love my YouTube besties. I'm so excited to do a vlog today, y'all. This is my little tea. My boyfriend got me this mug. Green is my favorite color right now. Has been my favorite color for a couple months now. Not even a couple months, probably a couple years. I don't want to be that girl, but I think I'm about to be that girl right now. Ever since I started dating my boyfriend, I feel like we really became so locked in that like certain stuff he likes, I just start to pick up, and then I like, you know. That's why it's so important to like make sure you dating the right person, because you start picking up stuff that you don't even think about picking up. Y'all, I'm drinking peppermint tea. I'm trying to get on my little, you know what I mean, tea vibe. So I got this peppermint tea from Sprouts. Peppermint tea is like, it's just like one of those refreshing drinks, you know? Yeah, what's tea? So today's video, I really want to go back to my series because I love a good series. I'm saying I love a good series, but every time I start a series, I never finish. My problem is I start a series and I forget about it, and then a couple years later I'm like, oh, let me pick that thing back up. So here I am today. My series that I've started on this channel is navigating my life in my 20s, basically taking you through what my life looks like in my 20s, and hopefully the girls that were in their 20s or are in their 20s can relate to this video. If you're not in your 20s, it's okay, because you probably can relate to this video in some type of way. One thing I'm realizing when I watch a lot of other content creators, I need to introduce myself again, because there's some people that just never seen my channel, don't know who I am. Let me just like introduce myself again. My name is Kayla. I am a full-time college student right now. I'm currently 21. I turned 21 in August, y'all, and I was a vibe. I believe in Jesus Christ. I got baptized this year. Did I get baptized? Yeah, I got baptized in February. Oh my gosh. February, March, April, May, June, July. Wait. 8, 9. 9 months. I've been walking with Jesus before I got baptized, but once I got baptized, baby, like the walk was just the walk. The walk got even more serious. You know what I mean? It was already serious before, but I just stepped into a new level, a new season. You know what I mean? I believe in Jesus. Like, if you ain't want Jesus, you could still stay here, because we all start somewhere at this point. You know what I mean? I'm a girl that loves going to the gym. I am getting my bachelor's in kinesiology. So girl, I love movement. Our bodies are a temple of the Holy Spirit. So I believe that we should really cherish the body that we've been given by God. Dang, like honestly, I don't really be having the duties unless I'm at like a young adults Bible study talking about like, who am I? And then that makes me realize, like, who am I? Like, who are you? What do you like to do? What do you love to do? Like, tell the world. Y'all, today I'm going to go hiking with my boyfriend. I don't know if I'm gonna get into it to this video, but I'm gonna say it right now. I really want to do a part in this video where I talk about what it's like navigating your life in your 20s in a relationship, and at that, like, doing it all for the glory for God. I want to bring that discussion up because I'm seeing a lot of Christians getting married, which I absolutely love. Like, I'm not in that season yet, which is like a whole other topic to talk about. I just really want us to talk about what it's like navigating relationships in your 20s, all for the glory of God, like believing in Jesus, walking that walk with your partner, and what that looks like. Because I feel like social media is jumping steps. We're not skipping steps in the sense of like, okay, we skipping steps all the way around, if I'm being honest, but I just really want to see like that journey, you know? Like, you see the cute relationship, boom, 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 and then what? A couple months later, you seeing them get married, get engaged and stuff, and I'm like, well, that's not my portion right now. So I really want to be able to pour out what it's like in this season, the knowns, the unknown, the hard times, the surrendering, I mean, the list goes on. I feel like there needs to be representation in this area, and when I feel that way, I'm gonna bring it. So I want to show y'all a few things, because this is kind of like an update video. I'm sorry if you are new to this channel. I'm not really sorry if you're new to this channel. You're gonna get all the content, okay? I went to Black Beauty Roster. It was a creative event for content creators that are unrepresented, and they are all Black content creator. When I tell you I walked into that room, I was like, oh my gosh, we really be out here though. We really out here. And I'm about to tear talking about it, because like in this space I feel alone. I mean, sometimes I do really feel alone. Like I'm more of a smaller creator. I'm just having a hard time with that. Sometimes just being a small creator isn't always easy, because you feel like, dang, is anybody watching me? You know what I mean? And then the second thing, it's like when I do get like brand deals and stuff like that, like, dang, am I being underpaid? Are they taking me seriously, you know? So this year, God really showed me a lot about this creative space that I'm in. One thing that he's taught me that I do want to share with you guys, it's also a part of navigating my life in my 20s, is that I had to surrender my platforms to God. What does that look like? Literally, I prayed a prayer. I was like, Lord, I give every single platform I have, and I lay it at your feet. It's not mine. It's not mine, because if I'm being quite honest, like starting content and everything and doing these videos and stuff, like I became so prideful, and I'm still struggling with pride in general in my heart, which the Lord does not like. It's just tough, like, because if you think about it, right now you're watching me and you're gonna see all the things that I'm doing in this video, and pretty much a lot of these videos are always talking about the person, like the person that you're watching. Oh, I'm gonna go get this. Oh, I'm gonna go shopping. Oh, I'm trying this new product. I just bought this new thing, like you should try it. It's always I. Like it's low key. Not even low key. It can be selfish. Like it really can be selfish. I know you guys are watching me, but like you can get really prideful. Try doing content. You can get prideful so quick, because you're vlogging or you're sharing a part of your life. It's just all about you. It's like you're the main character. And although we think that's cool and fun, which, you know, sometimes you do want to be a main character, but like ultimately God is the main character. Like you wouldn't even exist. You were made out of dust. Like you really wouldn't exist without him. So I had to like really check myself. Like at one point when I was creating content, was trying to get money. Like I was trying to like, what's the best way to post? What's the best time to post? How can I get more engagement? Like the thoughts that go in when it comes to creating is not only like, oh my gosh, let me just have fun. No, it's like, how can I monetize this? Money. And money is the root of all evil. When I tell you, when I started to think of my platform as money, I couldn't even get off of my social media platforms for one day. Like I remember that the Lord reminded me or told me like, Kayla, you need to get off of all platforms. You don't even know how to be off of it for one day. Like I used to have so much guilt from not posting on my story one day. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna forget about me. I have to be consistent. And sometimes I wasn't even sharing anything because I had nothing to share. I was just thinking about the engagement and all that stuff. So I just say that all of this to say is like recently I'd say probably the end of last year, I surrendered all my platforms to the Lord. And when I tell you that was the best decision of my life, giving my life to Christ was already the best decision of my life. But this right here was another best decision of my life, is surrendering my platforms. Because the day I surrendered my platform, all the social media stuff that I do, to the Lord, it was like a season of like, it was a little dry for a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But the brand deals, oh my God, the platform, like I was here before I surrendered. My platforms went here. This is your reminder, whether that be school, work, content, if you do content. I mean, whatever it is that you do, lay it at his feet. It's not yours. You know, you think it's yours. You think that you can do it all by yourself. Just surrender. Because the moment I surrendered, I landed a brand deal, multiple brand deals, actually 10 times what I made doing content. It's really to give God all the glory, because I was trying to do it on my own. And when I tell you, I was making like what, $300 here, $500 here. Then I went to like doing one video was like $1,000, like more than $1,000, a couple grands, let's just say that. So that is what it means to surrender. It's like to lay down something that you love, something that you just don't want to give to God. Lay that very thing down and see what he can do with that. So not only am I speaking to you about my personal situation that I had with content, being prideful and everything, I actually need to apply that to my life right now as I speak. So that's tea. Okay. I don't really get PR that often, and when I do, I probably get it from like, I have one consistent brand that I get PR from, and that is La Roche-Posay, and I absolutely love their products. I'm gonna talk to you guys more about things that I'm using because I feel like I lack that influencing part, you know, and I think that's also why maybe people like to watch me, is because I'm not always shoving some product in your face, which I personally find annoying all the time when somebody's like, get this, get like, shut up, like, girl, like, do you even use it? Okay, I feel like I'm that content creator that's like a content creator but not really, if that makes sense. I'm always on the other side too, so I know what it feels like. Like, I watch a lot of content, I know what's bugging. To go back to like kind of with my testimony with the whole surrendering thing, Mael Organics, I don't care what anybody got to say, you can drop a comment right now, I don't care. Mael Organics was my top paid brand deal this year. For this whole full circle thing to come around with this Black Beauty roster, Black Beauty roster was powered by Mael, which means like was sponsored by, so Mael's products were there, and I just felt like the Lord just like turning like this whole thing around of like, see, this is what happens when you surrender. One of your highest paid brand deals was at the event that you got invited to, that, you know, that God ordained me to be in that room. And when I was in that room, y'all, I'll post some like cute videos of what that experience was like for me. They dropped so many gems on how I can do better in my content creating platform and everything. It was just designed by God. It really was. I was so grateful to be there. I do want to show you some things because like I tend to do this thing where like this sometimes can be pride, if I'm being quite honest, but in this case it's not really, because I really want to share this experience so I can look back at this, because I watch my old videos sometimes. At the event they had products, they had certain brands. So this brand, I don't know if you guys know, tell me if y'all know, besties, because I need to know. This is called Orbe. Y'all tell me, because I can't even pronounce this. So this is like the thing that they had. They basically had a line full of like this new launch that they had by like some creator. I believe she was like, she's Black, I think she was an artist, I don't know, but she was African American, I'm not sure. Oh, it's just so cute, you know what I mean? Should I take a picture of this before I like devour it? Okay, my picture was not that cute. I like, when I be looking at my stuff, I be like, dang, like, you know, the content girlies, like they be having a whole setup. Sometimes they be having like the little trees in the background. Like, girl, my room is not like that. I'm sorry. You're gonna get my little blanket in a good lighting, you know, that's what you're gonna get. But oh my gosh, the packaging is amazing. This is like luxury hair care to a whole nother level. So this one has like a serum, a shampoo, oh, and conditioner. Okay. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Okay, he's gonna be here and at 1:16. Let's hurry up. The reason why I do want to open this whole thing is because there's something up in here that like I need and I want, but I wanted to be able to like bring you guys into the experience. This is the Black Beauty Roster Creator Submit bag right here. I like them ASMR videos, you know what I mean? Okay, it's packed with some goodies. Like, that's the perks of doing content, is you get goodies, and I'm gonna be honest, it's a beautiful perk and I love that perk. So the first thing is this. Is this blush? Powdered blush, I think. I gotta tell y'all, Fenty was literally at this event. When I tell you, not only Fenty was at this event, the marketing team was at this event. So they were dropping gems on how to literally catch brands' attention so you can collab with them. This is their pre-show glow. So if y'all know anything about any of these products, let me know. Fenty hair repair treatment. I heard this Fenty hair stuff was expensive. Now this right here, I'm gonna need. Look at this charger, y'all. Like, on the go, my phone do be dying. I be so mad. Well, actually, don't be dying. It be like on 10% when I really need to record something important. Hey, we're gonna stay down for last because I was not expecting that thing to be up in there. Mael Avocado Tamu Mousse. If you can see right here, I have a lot of hair products. That's because I told y'all my highest paid brand deal was from Mael. So I have all of their collections, like literally all of it. So that was just a blessing. I really got this too because they gave me every little detail of their like line. So I was so grateful. She is adorable. Yes. Wait, if this is a Fenty lip gloss, I'm gonna be obsessed. Oh, wait, what is this? Bro, I'm saying, what is it? Like, just read. Gloss Bomb Dip. This is smart. Like, I can put this on my, like, what is it called? What is it called? Come on, Kayla. On my, like, visor thing in my car. Like, literally, you just, like, clip it up there. And then, like, just do a little pop. You know what I mean? Fenty, you are smart, because I love these brands coming up with some really functional things. Like the whole Rhode, is it Rhode? Lip balm with the case. Like, come on now. What is this? Human Rays. Girl, you can't. Humidifying body cream. What? Okay, my boyfriend texted me like, girl, you better be ready when I get here. I'm sorry. He knows that I don't be ready right when he get here. What I want to do for like after I graduate is like working with people with disabilities, and the fact that this product has Braille on it, that warms my heart. Imagine being blind and not knowing what the heck you like, what products you're getting. Like, now this is really thoughtful, this is really inclusive. Like, let's not only be inclusive with race, let's be inclusive with disabilities, you know? It don't really smell like Jack, honestly. It just, but it is soft. Oh, my boyfriend likes to tell me I have like a dry back, so definitely we needed that. Oh, we got some beauty stuff. We got some brushes. If you a makeup girly, like, we need to connect. Oh, how did I not know this was in here? We got an Olipop. Olipop is my favorite. Unpopular opinion, Olipop over Poppy. Let's fight in the comments right now. Okay, what is this? Word of mouth. Okay, that was kind of vibey. Win Beauty. This is Serena Williams products. Are you kidding? Are you getting the vibe? I think all of these are black owned. I think all of these products are black owned. These products being black owned and supportive. Oh, don't play with me, because like, just give me a black dress and I might step out with that red on, because like I just wear lip gloss, but like I might step out with Serena Williams word of mouth lipstick. Okay, this one is like crazy. Like, this is a whole Christmas gift here. What is this? Tarte. You know, it's so funny because like I'm not really a makeup girl, but I know all the brands. Like I just don't know how to use it. That's the problem. This is like some blush. I love blush. Oh, it's over. Me and mascara be locked in, and I just got all of the freaking 2 mascaras up in here, but oh my gosh. Oh yeah, thank you, Lord. See the overflow that comes when you surrender. Oh, we got a little you know what I mean, we got a little lash lift here, and we got a, what's the thing called? Why is this looking like a little clutch for real? Like eyeshadow. Okay, I can't wait. Like, I'm gonna invite my besties over here and we just gonna play some makeup, because I don't know what to do with all of this. And if I show my other bestie this, y'all, she gonna be so happy. She gonna be like, oh my gosh, girl, do you even know how much that cost? This is like some Sephora like Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. These are all the lip gloss. Ooh, we got a lip plump. I gotta go because I'm gonna get in trouble for real. Like, it's already that time. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Like I'm literally just a girl in her 20s at home, like creating content, like just trying my best, and you just overflow. Oh. You thought it was over. Okay, sorry. I be having the ugliest faces. Don't play with me. Hurry up, Kayla. I really might cry because like I be in Sephora dreaming and hoping, and like my boyfriend's calling. Hello. I'm dressed. I just need to put my shoes on and pack my bag. He wanted me to hurry up, y'all. Okay, look, let me hurry. But this is so gorgeous, y'all. Like, he's gonna be mad at me because I need to hurry. Can't smell anything. Bruh, what the heck is this? Flowers and Flames. Oh, I love a good floral. Okay, wait. Let me put this on my thing because I already feel like it's gonna smell good because it's YSL, but like, you know. Like, they did not just give me the little mini dupe one. Like, they just got me the real deal. Like, just. Oh. Oh. I don't even need a lot because this smells like gorgeous in a bottle. Alright, y'all, so I switched to my DJI because I'm tired of carrying around that big old camera. But this is our 10th time going to the freaking car because we keep leaving things and we haven't even went on our real like hike yet. And we've been here for over an hour going back and forth to the car for like a lens. Like I literally left the lens, so I have to go back to the car. I left my lipstick back to the car. I couldn't find my lip gloss. Now we're going back to the car because while I was looking for my lip gloss, I couldn't find it. He took the Aquaphor out of his hands pocket for no reason because he thought I was gonna find it. And I'm like, why would you do that? But yeah, it's really pretty out here. Look at Milo. Milo, he looks so cute. He's really, he's really just living because he didn't eat, poop, and everything. All right, let's really go on this hike. I can slow down. Milo met some friends and he behaved this time. Yeah, until he wants to bark sometimes. Look at him. Cause he's like a chihuahua. He acts like a chihuahua sometimes. So we're back. We're actually not back. We're on the trail for real this time. It's so pretty. No.
Pacific and that.
Did
And you know SeaWorld is Atlantic?
Did you know I didn't know where a hamburger came from?
Let's keep walking. Let's keep walking.
Bro, that's so funny. You were along that little thing that you didn't have. Okay, Milo, you want to be involved now. What do you have to say to the besties? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Right on. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I know you love me. He loves us. Sid, get on my face.
That's the
now.
power of
Now
editing.
you're really button. Go over there. Go. Lay down. Lay and be like one of the little dogs that be in the little.
Just give him some time. Don't lick your balls in front of the camera.
I know. Bro, you.
Oh
my
God. I'll close again. Let's just go.
I don't think he wants to.
Get down. Sit.
Okay, guys, so today, me and Bethel. Are you looking?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Me and Bethel, we're going to talk to you guys about relationships, friendships, and that is what this episode is about. This is like, I feel like this is like a podcast.
I'm blinking twice so someone can be like, blink twice, can you help?
So yeah, basically this episode is about, or like series to my, what is it called? Episode to my series called Navigating Your Life in Your 20's. And basically we're going to be talking about relationships and friendships. So I asked a few questions on Instagram and my YouTube community. So if you are a real bestie, like you would have gave us a question for real. We're going to answer all the questions that, not all of them, but like, some of them that the besties have gave. First off, do you have anything to say?
What you give me, man?
I'm like, first off, do you have anything to say? He has a mic.
If I raise my voice, he might come to me. I think it's important to say that these are personal opinions. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
And personal experiences, and that you should never place anyone on any platform above God or above Scripture. So
I agree. This is his first time being on camera for real, so I don't know.
it's not my first.
People like be perceiving stuff a certain way, like it's like whatever. So we're gonna be truthfully honest to where we are in our journey and give you advice or wisdom from what we've probably been through or experienced. But like you said, that sometimes you really got to take what you hear online with a grain of salt, because it's like everybody has their own experiences,
Well, yeah. Also, no one's infallible,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How do you nurture your friendships in a godly way? I've always struggled with nurturing friendships.
I say any friendships, any type of relationship requires effort, but so to put effort in a godly way would be something where you would have to daily be there for that person, because to nurture something in a godly way is to serve in a godly way, is to love in a godly way. So in our relationships, we're supposed to just love and serve others, putting others above ourselves. So to nurture your friendship would just be to love them and serve them, you kind of have to be there for them. You kind of have to be in their life, because like I said, relationships are very intentional. You really need to be part of that person's life. You really need to see what's really going on with them, see where they're at, and it's only when you see where they're at that you're able to serve them, you're able to love on them. So yeah, to wrap it all up, I would say loving them, serving them, but you have to be intentionally you have to intentionally be part of their life.
So how does that look like for you though? Like, what do you do in your friendships? Because she says, how do you nurture your friendships in a godly way? Like, I know she's asking for advice, but then she's also asking, like, how do you specifically do that? I know every friendship can look different. Like,
Well, if I'm being honest, I suck at friendships. I'm always in my head, you know.
yeah.
I'm always, and not to say that I'm focused on self. I'm always focused on others. I find it hard to balance. There's sometimes where like, oh wait, I haven't checked up on this friend, or I don't know how they're doing. I think about reaching out there. I'm like, dang, I haven't tried in so long. Bad to reach out and all this. I get into like I overthink a lot, so I get into like a weird mind loop.
How do you specifically nurture your friendships in a godly way?
Oh, just really reaching out to them. I'm trying to differentiate it because this can sound like you can do this for friendships that aren't godly. Serving, which means you have to be part of someone's life, really intentional to know what they're going through. Always being there for them. To serve them is to be there for them, is to know what it is that they're going through. Like, hey, how can I be here for you? And I feel like it's hard because we live in a society where everyone wants to be independent.
Yeah.
I want to be independent. So, like, and especially with the way, you know, I grew up and stuff, I just don't want to have to depend on anyone currently. So, but lately I've been trying to get into a space. We need more inconveniences in our lives, you know, like whenever you need something, you need to call your friend, like, because everyone's like, oh, I don't want to call, I don't want to call this person, like, we don't want to bother people.
Yeah.
But you know, that's an aspect of friendship. You know, you need to bother people. Hey, I need you to pick you up from the airport or something. Like, it's only through those little things, you know, inconveniences, you know, that you can really serve others. And I think that aspect of a godly relationship is like really serving them, but also is their relationship with God, and you know, really being vulnerable and talking about like you guys' relationship with God and personal struggles. You can love someone, but also like if you see them go in a direction that isn't good, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, being honest with them, like, hey, like, I don't think this is right. Or God relationship, you know, we want to be more like Christ. It's all about making that person look more like Jesus, and they should also be making you look more like Jesus.
I agree. You actually touched on a lot of important things that I feel like I do to nurture my friendships, and one of the ones that you said was vulnerability. And in my friendships, what I try to do is, like, through our conversations, I open up about, you know, struggles or challenges and things that I have, and I think that actually helps and has helped many friendships that I've started to grow a lot faster, with vulnerability and sharing like experiences that like you don't usually share with everyone, you know what I mean? I've gotten farther in certain friendships by like sharing a little bit more with like someone that I first met, you know what I mean?
Well,
yeah.
It's because you in general, you were very when I first met you, you're very a lot of people try to act like who they're not when you first meet them. But like, even like from the beginning I met you, you were just like, you're a very real person. You know, for you, I can see that, like, that's very important, like, character to have, is that you're very real, you're very upfront about like your struggles and what's going on with you. And I think that's good. You know, that's why you're able to have the type of friendships and relationships you have. I also think that the dynamic is different, because I don't know who your audience is, but like, it differs.
The reason why I also wanted to bring him to talk about this topic is because we see this from a one-sided view. Like, most of my viewers are women, but like there are a few men here and there. But like, I feel like they can also relate to your point of view of like, what does nurturing friendships in a godly way look like for men versus like women? I feel like we kind of talk about this often, where it's like, it's so easier for women to like, oh, let's go on a date, let's go do cutesy girly things. And then he tells me like, yeah, guys, they ain't like that. So it's a lot different. But it's vulnerability. There was another one that I wanted to say. I think also, yeah, like you said, holding your friends accountable.
Yeah.
Now, this one can go for a lot of things, whether that be like sin, or whether that be like difficult conversations. Sometimes, like, I've actually been in a few like friendships or even recent friendships where like we just disagreed on something, or like I had an expectation about something which led to a, I don't know, like a conflict or whatever, and then it's like, okay, I have to hold myself accountable too, and like be that person and like speak up either about something or say sorry, like just accountability on both sides. Like, hey Kayla, like if I'm being honest, like you shouldn't go down that road because you already know where this is going to lead you, or hey Kayla, like you really hurt me during this time, yada yada. And that is literally how you nurture those friendships, is like literally pouring into those friendships and understanding that there's value in those friendships. The friendships that you value are the ones that you're going to put time into, the ones that you are going to pray for. Yeah. And like I said, time is a big one. Is just like setting aside time despite how much things you got going on in your personal life. In your 20s, this video is about in your 20s. In your 20s, we get busy. Like we get out of school, we start working, and I'm barely just entering, so it's like I'm starting to learn this as like a baby in my 20s. But yeah, everybody's on different timing, and like if you truly value a friendship relationship, then you will make that time because you love that person. Same thing with your relationship with God.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, especially about time. Part of what I said about being an independent person, like being independent, is that we live in a society where everyone's independent, everyone wants to do things on their own. It's all about self, everybody wants to be self-made. So it's hard to, a lot of people don't rely on others anymore. But I feel like part of a true intentional friendship, like intentionality is a big part of friendships, is relying on others. So you really have to rely on somebody. You really have to put yourself in there. You really have to, just like anything that's important to you, make time for. Again, a lot of things that we're going to talk about are not things that we do 100% perfect.
Oh yeah.
Are things that we struggle with.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hate this notion that people think, oh, I'm a Christian, I'm perfect. No. The whole point of being a Christian is you are someone who knows that you are faulted and you are trying your best to become more like Christ. You want to become conformed to the image of Christ.
Yeah.
It's a journey. It's growth. So it's nurturing. You're literally watering yourself every day. So things that we talk about, I'm not perfect at it. I'm not perfect at friendships. I'm not perfect at being intentional and being part of someone's life. But I know what I need to do, and it's a reminder, like, oh, I gotta do this. I gotta do.
To add on to that, the last point I want to make, because we could sit on this one, is pouring into your friends, because there are going to be times where your friend is not going to reach out to you, or not, you probably haven't talked to that person in months, but you have no clue what is going on.
Right.
And I think that is really, really important. Just because somebody has not reached out to you doesn't mean that they do not want to talk to you. Half of the time, sometimes they can be going through something. He slipped. Half of the time they're either going through something, or like they actually need someone to pray for them, or like, remind them of who God called them to be. And I think as a friend, to nurture that friendship is to pour into that person, because the more you pour into that person, the more they can also pour into you, That is true. But I don't know if there are going to be people who think like, you're not doing this for that purpose. What do you mean? Like, you don't do things for that. Oh, to get it back.
To get it
back.
That shouldn't be the reason that you're doing, to like reach out to someone is to get it back. It's just, the whole part of serving is like you're serving without expecting anything in return.
Right.
So
I think that's really good, because if you pour like that to only receive it back, you're gonna be tired. Not everyone can like pour it back like you know what I mean? How do you navigate setting boundaries in friendships that reflect your faith and belief?
Well, I feel like this question might be geared towards
someone that's not
friendships that aren't like that with someone who isn't a believer, because if you're in friendship with someone who's a believer, you wouldn't necessarily have to set boundaries, So I really think
based on your faith or belief, you shouldn't.
Geared towards just having friends. I mean, it's fine to have friends with people who aren't.
This also kind of makes me think of like in the beginning of your faith, maybe she can be talking about like, there are Christians, or let's just say people that believe in God, that claim God, but then like there's someone who actually follows his commandments, and is like, how do I set boundaries that reflect their faith and like my faith and belief? Because there's gonna be friends that are inside and out, like lukewarm basically, and then you are like, say you are, you know, you're walking the walk. Oh man, I got scared. Like, how do you set boundaries between that? You know what I mean?
Boundaries. You can set boundaries regardless in any type of relationship. It doesn't have to be a Christian. It doesn't have to be a relationship with a believer. So to set boundaries to reflect your faith and belief, I'm thinking it's like you're just with any other person. Is how do you do that? Is just by communicating what those boundaries are.
So this question made me think of, like, you know when people be like, let your nose be nose?
Yeah.
When I was literally navigating like my own personal relationship with God and my friendships, I first off didn't know how to set a boundary. And I think that's what we have trouble doing, is setting boundaries in general. Like, if we have to also ask the question of how to set the boundary, that also can mean that we don't know how to set boundaries. And one way that you can is to let your nose be nose. Like, if your friend is going out and doing something that you do not agree with, just be like, I don't want to do that. It doesn't always necessarily got to be this whole long story saying, oh, I don't do that because, you know, I believe in God. Like, just say like, hey, that ain't for me. And let your lifestyle also be a reflection of your relationship with the Lord.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. Yeah, definitely on the like your yes be yes and your no be no. You wanna,
Because you don't want to give two different stories, you know? One minute you're like, oh, I'm going to go do that. And the next minute you're like, no. So like, you're not really setting a boundary. You're not giving clear instructions of what you do and do not like. So it's hard for your friend to understand your boundaries when you yourself are confused. I feel like this question really goes back on just like your lifestyle and
are
how,
we still on the same question?
yeah,
Yeah.
your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to set a boundary when that's already the way you navigate your life, you know?
Yeah, I feel like if you are already living that, if you're already living that lifestyle, if you're already like living out your faith and what you believe, it should already be to a point people know, you know, people know what type of lifestyle you live, and if they don't, it's like if you have to really make it clear for them, then yeah.
It's like a non-negotiable. You know, I think it's really important to have like genuine conversations with your friendships about your boundaries. I think people do not have conversations about their boundaries.
Well,
They
yeah,
have expectations.
no one's really taught how to do these types of things. And it's not even friendships. I'm talking about every single type of relationship because
Even parents.
parents relationships and yeah.
But how do you navigate that? Like,
I think it's just doing things I think it's a demeanor you give things with. It's kind of like you don't have to like, because a lot of people are different. Like I feel like women are the type to like really sit down like, girl, like these are my boundaries. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking from what I think. For guys, it's just kind of like you just have a friendly conversation about like, nah, but like I don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
or yeah, that's just not me. Or, you know, that's what I believe it. It can be quick. You can set boundaries pretty quick. And you know, I feel like a true friend, a good friend,
will
regardless
understand.
of
Yeah.
who they are, what they believe in, will like, okay, well, I respect that.
I agree. This question is kind of hard for me because I actually have sometimes a hard time doing that with non-believers and other friendships that do things that I personally don't do. If I'm being quite honest, I had an unhealthy, which I'm trying to unlearn, unhealthy relationship with setting boundaries. Is just like my quote unquote setting boundaries would just stop talking to them, which is not even setting a boundary and something that I'm trying to unlearn. So I don't think you should navigate it like that. But I do think it's good to have those
Wait,
talks.
you said you stopped talking to him?
I'm like, hey, do this. No, but that's kind of messed up. Imagine like somebody going ghost on you and you don't even know why, but it's like, and then it also creates this. Actually, I had this talk in my Bible study where it creates this separation because it's like they perceive like, oh, you thought you were better than me type of thing. Now that you're like getting closer to God, you just ghosted me, you know what I mean? But that wasn't really how it was how I meant. I just don't know what I was doing.
Well, I hope afterwards you went back to like,
Yeah, I
to
had.
explain like, hey, like I'm really just really trying to navigate this aspect of my life,
Uh-huh.
or when I'm, you know, my certain decisions and stuff.
I say like really have a conversation with your friend about it, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like some crazy deep level of a talk. It's like just be real and transparent and honest with where you're at, and even if you're going in your relationship with God, talk about those things. Like if your friend sees you on that path, I feel like they will be more understanding, and if they're not understanding about your boundaries, then that just says what it needs to say. You know what I mean? Things to look for while courting.
Wait, while courting?
Wait, why do I feel like that?
Wait, hold on. Things to look for while courting?
Hey, we breaking down the question, so if you got something to say. That question kind of doesn't make sense because you're already with that person and you already intend to like marry that person, right? Like
you should have already been looking for
stuff before you
while
decide.
getting to
Yeah.
know them before courting. But I mean, in
But
all ways,
actually,
well, to a certain degree, I do understand the question because, you know, things to constantly keep looking for
oh,
is just like someone who's Christ-like, someone who's very loving, who's very serving, someone who's very kind, who's very compassionate, and kind to others. You know, someone who's very giving, someone who's very someone who has all those things. And doesn't mean that someone has to be perfect. It just means that someone who is constantly working on themselves. And I don't mean like someone who's like obviously like just such a just like so far off. I just mean like someone who's like who kind of has like someone who has a base, you know, and who's like working on themselves, like
like a foundation.
Yeah, someone who has a foundation.
My question would be, well, I want to ask because like not everybody that watches this knows what courting is. Can you kind of explain what courting is?
Courting is technically dating with the intention of marrying someone. Yeah. I'm not very religious on the term of like courting someone. I feel like you shouldn't even be dating someone without that intention to marry them. Like I don't even know when it became a thing where it's like, you know, like, are you dating to marry? Like what do you mean about dating to marry? Like, who isn't dating to marry? But apparently, I guess that was a thing. And courting goes even way back. It was a whole thing where like they'll put you with someone and you guys can't even like see each other. You guys were just like, you guys are always being chaperoned. It was like a whole different level of thing. But like the whole basis of courting is like it's like, yeah, I'm going to intentionally, like my goal is to intentionally marry this person. The moral of the story is to look for characteristics of Christ, right? Yeah, someone who has a good foundation. Yeah.
Do you think you are ready for marriage? What have you done to prepare?
Oh, the question is asking. Okay. I don't think anyone's ever really ready for marriage. Yeah, I think you're just supposed to focus on looking more like God and focusing on a relationship with God and becoming more like Christ. I guess what I'm saying is you're basically working on being able to sacrifice, because marriage calls for really sacrificing self, because it's not only you. It's not only you. You're gonna be with another person. You gotta learn how to sacrifice your desires and some certain other things. But ultimately, the whole goal is to become more like Jesus. That's like the answer to everything, because really you are learn to love more. You learn to love better. You learn to listen. You learn to slow to anger. You learn to just to serve more, and these are things you just do in general while you're single. But yeah, marriage calls for big sacrifice, because it's not only you. You have to think about the other person.
When somebody asks me, do you think you're ready for marriage? I'm just like,
you're never ready for marriage, you know?
I don't even know how to answer that question, because it's like we're constantly growing. In marriage, it's more than what I perceived it as. It's not the cute Pinterest boards and all these things that we kind of glorify. And there are like really, really good parts of marriage, and there are really tough things in marriage. But I realize like having a godly relationship, it makes you realize that like, hold on, marriage is actually a different ball game. It's also like this selflessness that you have to have that that you think you're ready for it. Okay, he really. I didn't do anything. He keeps jumping.